For our first loft visit of our new tape, we've come to the village of Hetton to visit the lofts of George Wandless and Son, twice first Mott combine winners.
Good morning, George.
Good morning, Keith. Pleased to have you here.
Yes, lovely to see you too.
Yeah.
When did you start up in the sport?
About 37 years ago.
Yeah, can you remember your first pigeons?
Yeah, I got pigeons. Well, first of all, we got ones around the doors, which was no good. Now we start to introduce the best ones. We got rutted pigeons in the 60s.
Yeah.
And carried on from then to old Tom Kilner from Horden, who's died now. He's deceased.
Yeah.
But we've got some good pigeons from him, and also from Tommy Mercer, our bushards,
Yeah.
which has done us very well, from over Trimden, and then we've come away from Eddie Rolls, and there's Jimmy Attison. We've had one or two of him. We just really we've just been mixing them, getting pigeons in, chucking them out, and getting them in over the years.
Yeah.
Till we've got a team of pigeons. What's really good.
Yeah, what's your best performances?
Well, we've had a first up north combine out of Clermont. We've also won the Queen's Cup that year, 1991, and then we won Province. We topped the combine at Province in 1993, and they've done well ever since. We've had pigeons which were half-fly inland pigeons, which is our bushards. We've also introduced Van Reets,
Yeah.
and them flying pretty exceptional well.
What sort of distances you like racing in?
At the present time, we have Van Reets, which is coming well, and Bushards is coming well, and now we've got Vandies in, which come well. It's out Clement Combine was a Vandy,
Yeah.
and is how we mixed them up all the way through. Right, this hen here, she's bred from the old stuff of Rutter and Tom Kiln of Horden, who is now dead. But this hen was first club out of Chinois, second fed, and 48th combine. This is the old stuff which we've had since the 1960s. We've kept this breed keep going, we'll keep this in line, this breed of pigeon.
What system do you race your pigeons in, George?
Well, I race natural pigeons, and I also race widowhood pigeons.
Yeah, what's the natural for?
The natural's for the channel,
Yeah.
mostly channel.
And the widowhood for the sprint?
The widowhoods are for the sprint. Them all go inland races.
Yeah, how many pairs of natural pigeons do you keep?
They're about 40 pair.
Yeah, when do you pair them up?
I'll pair the natural pigeons up in February, and I've breed the widowhooders in January. The first week in January, I couple them up.
Yeah, do you feed different feeds for the two different systems?
No, all the same feed.
Yeah, what's that?
Well, it's our own mix what we get, and I'll get it made up at Swinston's, which we do every year.
Yeah.
It's a mix where we've got give them a little bit of everything. Mostly 40% maize is in there, and then you've got the maple peas, which is 30%, and the extra is just seeds mixed in with them.
How about the widowhood cocks? Do you break them down?
I break the widow's cocks down every time they come back from the race. I break them down.
How about showing the hens? You show the hens?
I show the hens before they go on the race day. They're in with the cocks about 5 minutes. That's all, and I take the cocks straight out.
Yeah, how about Saturdays?
Saturdays the hens is there when they come back.
These are a few George's natural pigeons. The loft's nice and big and spacious. The birds look really well.
This pigeon is a Van Reet pigeon. He's a sprinter, and he's been bird of the year 2 years running, and he looks like being bird of the year this year again. He's got a first and second fed this year, and he's a magnificent racer, this pigeon.
What systems are you raced on?
He's a widowhood cock, this pigeon.
These are George's widowhood cocks. Of course they're paired up now because the season's finished. How many cocks do you keep, George?
12 widowhood cocks.
Yeah, and what sort of distance do they race up to?
They'll race every inland race, right up to the channel race, the Lilies, and there's one or two of them. I'll put them over into the Lilies, the last race, which is 338 mile.
Yeah, so they go up to the middle distance.
Yeah. Every one of these cocks has scored this year. What's left? There's 9 left. I dropped 3. I've dropped 2 which had turns, unfortunately, which that's the race of the game, isn't it? You generally lost pigeons, you lost good ones as good as you lost the bad ones. Well, this is my young bird loft here, as you see. It's about 24 foot long.
Yeah, and you've got your own unique way of trapping your pigeons.
I've got my own unique way of trapping. The top on the bottom floor and go through the open lets at the bottom.
Yeah.
This is me old racing loft, the old natural loft. These got the top in exactly the middle doors, and there's two sections in that loft.
Yeah, I noticed you've got it all glassed off.
Yeah. Now coming on to the widowed loft, which is the doors are shut. There's 12 widowed cocks kept in there, and plus me cabin on the end.
Yeah, how'd you trap the woodwork cocks through the open doors?
Open doors, the widowed cocks top into the open door. They go straight into the partners. You never shut the door behind us. They always just sit in the loft and we'll pick them up and tie them in straight away. There's no problem.
Georgie's got his own unique way of trapping his pigeons. These doors are opened up.
Now this is our new way of trapping. We used to have the open door and the shelf on the back. But when we used to trap in, we used to catch the pigeons, and what happened was they used to fly out. So we got this new way of the pigeons fly in, they drop on the bottom, they walk into the lets, which is here, and we just pick them out, take the ring off, put them in the clock and just shove them through that door there. We have a wire which goes along the back to stop them from getting through.
So really, George, it's almost like a sort of super trap, isn't it?
Yeah. And we've found it's the best way for our pigeons.
Very ingenious.
No time, once they go in, they're there. You haven't to catch them, they don't fly out, we just pick them out, put the ring in the clock and put the top through the top of it, so we haven't to keep opening the doors.
That's the trouble with the open doors, they do tend to fly out again, don't they?
I was used to.
Trapping system on young birds loft is exactly the same. But the widowed cocks are trapped through open doors. Very ingenious idea.
Right, this is my young bird dark system section. It's a section which we just made this year. Then we tried about 13 pigeons on it, and as I said, the pigeons is magnificent what's being on the dark system. This is the first year we've tried it, and I think it's, you know, you've got to try something, you've got to try to win races.
Yeah. What's the idea of the dark system then, George?
Well, the point is, if you can't beat them, you've got to join them.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why. Otherwise, pigeons used to come back. The young birds used to come back to the cree because they like the environment in the cree. But you've got to try different things, and we just tried it this year.
It just holds the molt, doesn't it? It just holds the molt.
It holds them out, yeah. And the pigeons, the 13 what's been on the blackout system, that are shown where they've got right through the moat and they've only got the flights to hide. They've never thrown a flight yet.
No. And what are they actually?
They're mixed in with these.
And you pair them up, do you?
They've never paired up. I just let them go. If they want to pair up, they pair up, and they don't, well, that's the way we go. We just let them go. We try to keep as natural as anything. What we do, we have the 13 was darked off from 9 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock at night till 9 in the morning, and then they would just run free right through the loft with all the youngsters.
This is your general young bird section then, George. How many babies you breed each season?
Yeah, around about 80, because we're flying 2 clubs.
Yeah. How far do you send them?
They fly right up. If they're in condition to fly the natural race, that's where they go. They go to the national race.
Yeah. Do you save any cocks for the widowed system, or do you send a lot?
I just send them, as I just said, I send them if they're in good feather, they go to the national, and I'll just pick me ones out of there for the widowed loft the following year.
How about training them? How far do you train them?
Training, they go up to about 35 mile. Once they start, they practically get every day. As you know, my son's on holiday, and he's not here today, but we train them every night, if the weather's right, train.
How many pairs of stock birds do you keep, George?
12 pair stock pairs.
Yeah. When do you pair them up?
They put a couple of the stock pigeons up with the naturals, so I float the young birds from the stock pigeons in under the races, so I can get them like 2 lots.
Yeah. When you're looking for stock birds, what do you look for?
Well, I like to say a good eye, and I like to go to people, and I buy in every year. I never stand still. I'm always trying to get pigeons to try to beat me on. If they don't beat me on, I chuck them out.
Yeah, it's good
You can't
policy.
stand still.
No. It's a pretty hot bed round here for pigeons, isn't it? You've got to be spot on.
Very hot up this end.
Yeah.
More combine winners up this end of the country than anywhere.
Yeah. All right, George, thanks very much for letting me out and see your pigeons today. It's been a great pleasure.